Welcome. Okay, all the way to the back of your mat. Let's just start breathing. Take some big, deep breaths. Keep the palms facing out. Sweep the arms up as high as it's comfortable for you. And that might not be all the way. So they connect at the top. Doesn't really matter. We just want to loosen up the shoulders. And we want to start to breathe. Take your gaze, look up as the arms come up and down. Let's do a few more. Okay, hold them up. Now just open them kind of out at an angle. And now sweep the elbows back, come halfway down. Sweep them back up, nice and wide so the shoulders are far apart from one another. Hinge, elbows nice and high. Come back up and down and up and down. Lift those elbows as best you can. Pulling your hips back as you hinge, tucking in the belly. And rise with the hands one more time. Nice. Let's swing the right arm up and take your left one back. And then switch. And back and forth. Couple more here. Lily's doing her down dog. Okay, big deep breath. We're going down into a very slow forward fold. We're going to bend our knees, come on down, relax the head, retract the shoulders. Keep your knees bent. Lily, stay. Now we're going to inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, back down again. We're going to soften those knees, walk it out. Hold your high plank here. And while you're in your high plank, still try to keep the shoulders broad. We're going to put the knees down. Your feet are nice and flat. Take the hips all the way back. Relax your forehead to the floor. 3 big breaths. And come on back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under. You're right into your first down dog. So make sure you can see the arms through your peripheral vision. We're going to lift and lower onto the toes. And this time we're going to take the heels all the way down towards the floor. And now come back on the toes, drift the shoulders forward so you're back in your plank, taking your gaze off the front of your mat. Sweep the arms back, lower the heels, elevate, drift the body forward, tucking in your stomach, pull through down dog, drive the heels down, elevate nice and high, come forward, hold your plank. You're going to walk your feet to the middle of your mat, your hands back towards your feet, cross the arms, retract the shoulders, and just breathe. Still bends in your knees. Maybe on each exhalation, the arms get a little closer to the ground. Just start drifting the hips forward and back a little bit. And then pick a spot where you feel really stable and make that yours. Okay, let's bring the hands above the knees. Come up with your head first, nice and slowly, all the way back to standing. Big deep breath. And exhale, really slow swan dive down. Knees are bent. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, release back down. Palms down, step back to your high plank. Just soften the knees to the floor, but keep the toes tucked under. Your shoulders are nice and broad. You're just going to slowly come down all the way to the mat and come up onto your forearms. So we still have our toes tucked under, and try to keep your heels pulling together so that you feel some inner thigh activation. Pressing away from the floor, getting a nice release through the tummy here, a little bendy, stretchy through the lower back. Okay, let's bring the chest down to the floor. Hands right by the chest. You're going to press back up and go right to your down dog. Let's lift the left leg. High on the toes on the right foot. Now we're going to drift forward, keeping that leg up if you can. You always have the option to put it down and pull it back. Again, bring it forward. We're moving really slowly here, trying to keep your back leg nice and strong. One more. And let's put that foot down. Knees to the floor, all the way back to your child's pose. Relax the forehead. Take 3 big breaths. Great job. Come on back up. Meet me in your high plank. And right to your down dog. Right leg comes up this time. High on the toes on the left foot. Drift forward slowly. Back leg is really straight. Pull it back. Bring it forward. And pull it back. Bring it forward. Let's put that foot down. We're going to do a nice slow hover here. Please take your gaze off the end of your mat. We're going to come halfway and go right to your up dog. Let's pull the hips up and back. Big stretch here for the lats. Feel a nice little pull under each arm. Let's just try this for a few breaths. Okay, come off. So you're lifting your hips up a little bit here. Your back is nice and long. We're just going to take the hands to the right side. Walk them farther away from you, but keep your hips nice and square, stacked right over the heels. So big, huge stretch on that left side. So your forearms are lifted, your hands are reaching away, and your ears are right by the sides of your arms. Let's walk them back center, and let's just do the same thing on the other side. Take them off the mat, take them out. And again, you're keeping your hips nice and quiet. Okay, let's bring them back center. Come on up onto all fours. You're just going to take the right arm forward, nice and straight. And let's bring your left leg back. Try to get it straight. Lift it up as best you can and tuck in your belly. You're looking right off the end of your mat. We're going to bring the knee and elbow to meet in the middle. Lift your knee up as high as you can so you really feel the side body working here. And then take it back out. And bring it in. And out. We'll do that one more time. Let's hold it out. And just give me a little lift with your back leg. So you're coming up an inch, down an inch, while you keep your hips nice and square. Your arm is stiff, it's reaching out. And let's do the same on the other side. Left arm out, right leg back. Knee and elbow to meet in the middle. Lift your knee as high as you can. And extend out nice and long. Really pulling your body in opposite directions. And extend, reach. Last one. And reach. Little break in that right elbow. Now lift the back leg an inch up and down. Great job. Onto all fours. Toes stay tucked under, your hips are even and your tummy is pulling in. Let's just bring our left knee forward, just inside the elbow.
and extend it out. Pull it in. Round your back as you pull it in and relax your head. And stretch it back out, going straight back. One more time. Really lift it. Feeling a little more of your six-pack muscle group working here. We're going to do the same on the other side. Extend out. Pull it in. You're going into spinal flexion here. You're lifting that knee up and extend out long. Again, bring it in. And extend out. One more time. Nice job. Toes tuck under. You're going to elevate your knees 1 inch off the floor, and you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. And we're going to come all the way up, reach your arms towards the ceiling, and exhale. Nice job. Inhale deep, and forward fold all the way down, and relax here for 3 big breaths. Maybe your legs go a little straighter, maybe they don't. Just breathe. Now we're going to do a reverse swan dive. Come all the way back up. Sweep your arms up. Again, they don't need to come too close. And back to neutral alignment. Nice job. Step your left foot forward. High on the toes on your back foot. Sweep your arms up. Nice big hip flexor stretch here through the front. Feeling a nice little pull. Keep the hips nice and high. Take your gaze, look up. Shoulders are broad. 3 more big, huge breaths. Hands to heart. Step that back foot in and switch legs. High on the toes on your back foot, sweep your arms up. And just breathe. Hands to heart, step it in. Big deep breath. Arms are going to stay up. Push your booty back and give me a little squat. Hands to heart, a little bit lower. You're not folding forward though, right? We're keeping upright. We're trying to lower the booty. Sweep the arms up. A nice forward fold all the way down. You're going to step, jump, or float your feet back. Give me a slow half hover right to your up dog. Hips up and back down dog. 3 big breaths. Elevate high on the toes. Drift those shoulders over your wrists. Halfway hover right to up dog. Hips up and back down dog. 3 big breaths. Elevate, pull forward, halfway hover, up dog, hips up and back down dog. 3 big breaths and then 1 more. Float forward, halfway hover, up dog, hips up and back down dog. Soften your knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Come all the way up. Hands up and back to neutral alignment. Let's pull the feet together. Little squat here, hands to heart, squeeze your knees. Elbows are pushing back a little bit here. So you feel your back engage. A little harder to balance. Maybe we come a little lower. Sweep your arms back behind you. Chest is nice and open. Sweep them up and back. And lift. Try to get them nice and straight, really reaching tall. And back. And one last time, lift. And forward fold. Soften your knees, walk your hands out to your high plank. Little halfway hover. Up dog, hips up and back down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Relax here for 3 breaths. Now we're going to bring our left foot, lift it up and float it forward between both hands and sweep your arms all the way up. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Hands to heart, elbows push back. High on the toes on your back foot, give me a forward hinge. So you're leaning into this pose. And sweep the arms back up, shoulders over hips. Bring it forward, lean in. Your front leg is not moving. You're just hinging through the hip. Up and forward. Sweep your arms back behind you. Bring them up. Strong and straight. Try to straighten them, try to lift them. Take them down, step back. Halfway hover, right to up dog. Meet me in your down dog. 3 big breaths. Right leg lifts this time. Float it up between both your hands and extend your arms all the way up. High on the toes on your back foot. Hands to heart, elbows push back. We're going to lean in, hinging through your right hip. Hold it here. Sweep the arms up. And shoulders over your hips. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Hands to heart. Hinge forward. Elevate your arms. Hands to heart. Shoulders over hips. Sweep up. Now this time we're going to lean forward, keeping the arms up. Nice and straight. Take them back. Shoulders are broad, your chest is proud, you're leaning into this pose. Really getting a lot of muscle activation on that right upper leg and butt. One last time, elevate your arms. Take them down, frame your foot, step back to your high plank, halfway hover, right to up dog, press back down dog. 3 big breaths. Bring it forward to your high plank. We're going to lower onto our forearms. Tuck the pelvis under, engage the abdominals. Legs are straight. Face is looking off the end of your mat. Come back up to your high plank. Relax here and breathe. Same cueing with your face and your tummy. Press back down dog. Left leg lifts. This time you're going to open your hip up towards the ceiling and elevate nice and high on the right foot. Close your hip. Drift the shoulders forward slowly. Halfway hover. Foot down, sweep up. Back to your down dog. Right leg lifts. Right hip opens. Shoulders drift forward. Keep your foot up. Halfway hover to up dog. Foot down, hips up and back. Back to your high plank. Come down onto the forearms. Tuck that pelvis under, relax and breathe. Back up to your high plank. Pull through down dog. Left leg up. Bring it forward between both hands. Sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Whew. Relax, catch your breath. Fix your hair, make yourself beautiful. Now we're going to take that back knee and just lower it down. Maybe you go halfway, maybe you go all the way. You decide. You notice I'm going really slowly. My shoulders are stacked over my hips. I'm going to do 2 more here. Just going straight up and down. Hands to heart. Now I do this forward hinge. I'm going to bring my elbows up to the height of the shoulder while I'm leaning forward. High on the toes on your back foot. Hands are going to come down so they take the height of the elbow and raise them back up. Lower. So be mindful to keep the elbows high where they were when you started, and lift the hands up and lower. Lean forward, work your six-pack muscles, lift, come down. Now maybe this time you go below, working a different range of motion. Come all the way up. Now when you take the wrists below the elbows, be mindful not to let the shoulders round forward. One more. Hands back to heart, shoulders over your hips, sweep your arms up, relax and breathe. 3 big breaths. And take your hands to frame your front foot, step back, meet me in your high plank. Come on down with your forearms. Pelvis tucks under, relax and breathe. Back up to your hands, pull back, down dog. 3 big breaths. Right leg lifts. We're going to sweep this foot all the way up between our hands and come up, shoulders over hips. So long and strong arms. Try to be really broad through your shoulders. Slow-mo, the knee comes down a little bit. Just start out with a little bend in that knee, and then take it where you feel comfortable after you get sort of the hang of the movement. Long and strong arms. And do 2 more here, nice and slow. Last one. Keep working those arms. Okay, hands to heart. Hinge forward. High on the toes on the back foot. Great job. Elbows up, right at the height of the shoulder. Maybe you take a peek and see if you got them where they're supposed to be. Hands come forward and lift. You're still leaning into this pose, right? So you're working the shoulders against gravity. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Great job. Lower, lift. Maybe now we take them a little bit lower than the shoulder, but not so much that you're doing this, right? This isn't a good look for us. So watch your form. Come back up and down. Maybe we do one more here. Sweep your arms up, shoulders over hips. Look up at the ceiling. Now we're going to take both hands to frame our front foot. You're going to come back to your high plank. Forearms down, you're in your low plank. Pelvis tucks under. You really feel the six-pack muscle group pulling up and in towards the spine here. Legs are straight. Back up to your high plank. Press back down dog. 3 fabulous big breaths. Left leg lifts, open the hip, and this time you're going to bend your knee. Bend at the knee, get high on the toes on your right foot. Just hold and breathe. Trying to lift the knee as high as you can. Make it special, make it great. Each pose has an opportunity to build strength and for you to grow through your practice. So take advantage of it. Okay, let's switch legs. Right leg up. Bend at the knee. Lift. You're opening the hip, but your shoulders are staying square. That's important. Maybe you close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Okay, let's lower that foot. Stay in your down dog here. Let's just pedal out our feet so we get a nice stretch through our calves. Really come high onto the pad of the other foot so you get a nice stretch. Let's do both together. Lift up high with your heels and press down really low with your heels. One more time. Now we're just going to come up high, drift the shoulders forward, take your gaze off your mat. Bend your knees, walk your hands back, drive your heels towards the earth, meet me in your low squat. Nice, elbows back, chest is proud. Now bring those feet and knees together once again. Sit nice and low. Let's try to activate our inner thighs. Maybe they don't come together, but that's okay. Just bring them close. It could be an isometric activation where you're just pulling them in, using these muscles on the outside. Take the arms out. Now, it's already hard to balance because our feet are together, but to amp this up a little bit if you like, we're just going to move the arms a little bit to the left. So both shoulders are going, and then bring it back slowly. Other side, arms straight, all the way right if you can. Come back, back left. Try not to let those shift, your hips shift, right? Arms are reaching long and strong. Come back, sweep the arms up, hold. Centering the weight between the pad and heel, activating the posterior muscle chain of the body. How fun is this? Oh my goodness. Come back up. Open up your feet. Much more stable here. Big deep breath. Shoulders down, broad, spine is long, trying to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Forward fold. Relax, retract the shoulders. So you're relaxing your head, but you're keeping your shoulders back. Just hang out here and breathe a little bit. Get some blood flow into our hands and our face. Maybe you wiggle your wrists around. Maybe you change directions. Soften your knees, walk your hands back out. You're in your plank again. We love planks. Relax here, look off the mat. Neck is nice and relaxed and long. Left leg lifts. You got little breaks in those elbows. Pull that knee up to the elbow. Take it back. You're only doing this 3 times, so make them as, fabulous as you can. And down dog. 3 big breaths. Make sure you're not craning. You can see the sides of your arms. High on the toes, drift the shoulders forward. Right leg pulls forward and up and then back. Shoulders stay right over the wrists. You take the leg all the way back till you've extended it all the way straight. Put it down, down dog. Nice job. Pedal out your feet. Walk your feet towards your hands, halfway up your mat. Hands back to the feet. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, release back down. Shoulders pull back and up. Inhale, look up, flat back. Relax back down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Hold and breathe. And arms back by your side. This arm comes out forward with your palm facing the right. You're going to reach back for your right foot. Got a nice quad stretch here. So press your foot into the hand back there. And if you can, the left arm comes up. Nice, easy breathing. Just take this arm by our side. It's long and strong, nice and straight, very active. And sweep it back up and bring it down, moving slowly so you're able to maintain the balance and switch sides. Grab your foot,
Sweep your arm up. Press your foot tight to the hand so you create that activation through the front of the leg. Nice. Really concentrate and focus here. This is a great mind-body connection. Arm comes down, palm faces the earth. Keep pressing the foot back there. Sweep it back up. And down. And lift. And one more time. And back up. And release it. Big deep breath. Hands to heart. Hinge halfway down. Pull in your stomach. Take your arms out to the side. Lift them. Wrist and shoulders line up. Can you get them up a little higher while you pull in the stomach? No bends in those arms. Bring the hands together. Sweep them back. Your neck is neutral. I'm looking right off the end of my mat, right? Bring the hands together, sweep them up. Now give me a little lift here. Pulse it up. You're reaching to try to touch the sides of the room with those fingers. Should feel challenging. Tummy pulls in. Weight is centered between the pad and heel of the foot. Your hips are back. Hold them up. Hold them. Hold them. And sweep all the way back up. Relax the shoulders here. Pull them down, but keep them broad. And a nice slow swan dive. Belly pulls in. Retract your shoulders, relax the head. Just kind of let the head go where it wants to hang out. Inhale, look up, flat back. Slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms sky. And once again, nice hinge forward. Palms down, step your feet back. You're in your high plank. Hover halfway and right to up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. Drift forward. Hover halfway. Sweep forward, hips up and back. One more time. Come forward. Hover halfway. Up dog, hips up and back, down dog. Nice job. Left leg lifts. Keep your hips square. So your back leg is probably parallel to the floor. Now soften that left knee. Walk your hands back towards that one foot. Keeping your back leg up. Your hips are square now, they're even. Your back leg is straight. Lots of work. If you drift your hips back, so they're really heading towards the most weight in the back of the foot, you're going to feel a lot of muscle activation going into your right butt. We love working back there. Just hold this. Now we're going to walk it back out. Little baby steps with your hands. Meet me back in your plank with that leg up. Let's walk it back again. Bend your right knee. Walk it back. Hold 3 breaths. Your back leg is long and strong. Walk it forward. Great job. I know I'm feeling this too. Hold your high plank with that leg up. And put it down. Knees down all the way to child's pose. Oh, how good does that feel? 3 big, fabulous breaths. Come on back up. Toes tuck under. You're in your high plank. Bend your knees. Walk your hands back. Lift your right leg back behind you till it's parallel to the floor. Nice and straight. And try to drift your hips backwards so you feel most of the weight in the back of your left foot. Nice. Bend that left knee. Baby steps with your hands. Bring it forward. Keep your back leg up. Wrists over
underneath the shoulders, I'm sorry, wrists under your shoulders. Bend your left knee, walk it back. Tiny little steps with the hands. You have lots of steps to get there. Hold and breathe. Baby steps back to your plank. We just have to do this one more time. How lucky are we? Hold it. Little breaks in those elbows. Your back leg is long and strong. Come on back. Keep that leg up, parallel to the floor. Drift your weight as far back in that right heel as you can. Enjoy that sensation in the back of that left leg. How awesome is that? Building strength one leg at a time. It's awesome for our bodies. 3 more breaths here. And relax your right foot. Hang out here. Let's put our arms above the knees. So you're supporting your upper body on your thighs. Neck is neutral. Let's catch our breath. Okay, both hands above the knees. You come up with your head first, all the way up. Great job. Big deep breath. Take your gaze, look up, and arms back by your side. Sweep the right arm up. So you're not way over here like this. We're focusing on lifting through your side body. I don't want you to crunch anything here. Just stay nice and open. Still feeling a nice stretch here. If you've worked these obliques lately, you're feeling it too. Okay, sweep that arm down. Let's do the same on the other side. Focus on lifting and lengthening. Take your gaze, maybe you look up, maybe you don't. And sweep that arm back by your side. Nice deep breath. We're going to come down into a nice pigeon stretch. How awesome is that? Now that we worked the back of our body so much, walk it out to your high plank. And let's start by bringing that right foot behind your left hand. Come on down wherever it feels good for you. 6 big breaths, and we do the same thing on the other side. Try to press your left hip flexor into the earth. You drive that left leg back. Okay, back up. Tuck those toes under, step back. We're just going to change legs. Right leg slides back. And your right hip flexor presses down. You're not sitting on your left butt cheek, right? Just feel good. Hang out wherever your upper body wants to find itself. Breathe as big as you can. Maybe you slide that right leg a little further back once you've been here a while. Nice job. Back up onto your forearms. Slide this leg forward. We're going to meet in a bridge. So your feet are hip width apart. We're going to come down nice and slow, rounding the back, one vertebrae at a time, sucking in your belly. Nice and slow here. Then relax your head to the floor, and let's keep your shoulders broad. So you tuck your shoulder blades under so your upper body is in a good place. Elevate your hips really slowly. It's not about aggravating your back by lifting your hips too high. This is plenty of work, taking your hips where it feels comfortable for your infrastructure. Now, what I'd like to ask you to do is try to hollow out your stomach while you hold this. Arms up if you can. And we're just going to take that right leg, extend it long and strong right beside your left quad. No weight in the toes. Trying to challenge the back of the body here. Maybe the arms come back halfway towards the floor, nice and straight. Just hold this. 6 more big breaths. Yes, you can. This is good for us. Make sure you're feeling your stomach. You're hollowing it in. It's working. Protects your spine. Okay, right heel down. Nothing else changes. Just take the left leg out this time. Your hips are still nice and square to the earth. You're not letting that right knee drift out to the side. Activate the inner thigh. All the muscles you can think of to help you stabilize while you hold. 6 breaths. And let's put that left foot down. Bring the arms back up so your wrists are over your shoulders. And let's just open them out nice and wide. Getting a nice little stretch. They're just above the earth. You're reaching them away from you. And pull them together. Kind of like a chest fly. Open up. Hold it. Enjoy that nice stretch. Sweep them up. And one last time, lower them just above the floor and then really try to reach them towards both sides of your room. Bring the arms back up. You're going to lower them to your side body. 1 vertebrae at a time, the hips come back to the earth. Nice and slowly. 1 knee at a time, they come into the chest. Nice work today, guys. Give me a nice little circle to massage your lower back. Should feel really good. Go the other way. Pull in, tuck into a small ball, elevate the face towards the knees, come back down. 1 more time, round up. Roll yourself up onto your toes. Nice, get high on the toes. Chill out here for a sec. Try not to let the heels open to the side here, right? You want to keep them nice and lined right over the pad of the foot. Okay, hips up, heels towards the earth. Give me a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms sky, hands to heart. I thank you guys so much for your power and your strength. Namaste to you all. I'm going to